Hello and welcome to the latest edition of The Exchange, brought to you by the New York Stock Exchange. As a reminder, today's interview is for informational purposes only. The NYC does not recommend investments or investment strategies. I'm joined live on the floor by John Southard. He is the president of Innovator. John, thank you for joining.
Thanks for having me, Doug. Appreciate it.
A lot of people know the Innovator name, and of course a lot of each of you because you're industry veterans, but I want to talk a little bit about the Defined Outcome series.
Sure.
How are you speaking to advisors about Defined Outcome in an ETF wrapper?
Yeah. Well, yeah, thanks for having me, Doug. It's, as you can imagine, with the marketplace the way it is today, with volatility the way it is, with the news coming out last week with Silicon Valley Bank, people are looking for who can manage my money, who can manage the risk in my portfolio. So our products really provide downside buffer protection, but allow you to participate in the market. So for the advisor, for the investors, like, I want to stay invested in the marketplace, but how do I do that in a risk managed way? How do I de-risk my exposure to the markets, but stay invested?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the markets have been exceedingly volatile really for the past couple of years. How have these ETFs performed for the last 12, 18 months?
Yeah, well, originally when we launched these products, it was a bull market, volatility was low, so it was a challenging story to tell. But last year, as you know, the market has corrected pretty significantly. And the great thing about our products, Doug, is they're very straightforward. Like the majority of our products have like a 15% buffer. So if the market was down, like the emerging markets was down 23%, just subtract 15 from that, and that's what our product was down, 7%. So it really showcased what our products can do. Most markets were down in the 20% range. If you had a 15% buffer in place, then you would be down less 15% of that. So
if there's an advisor out there and is there one thing they have to know about these types of ETFs?
Yeah, I mean, it's really they're defined in nature. So, I can tell you how they're going to perform next year. So if you know, before you invest, you know exactly what the cap is. So you'll participate in the market. So like the emerging markets or the developed markets, if they're up, let's say 25% next year, that would be really nice, obviously. And our cap is 23%, you'll be up 23%. So if you want to define what your performance will be next year, depending on the market, it's a way to structure it that way. So you know your performance, where it'll be relative to the market next year.
And of course, all wrapped in an ETF. Now, if you want to learn more about the Innovator lineup of ETFs, you could do it easily, of course, on their website, but on etfcentral.com, just go into that easy search bar, just type in Innovator, you'll see their entire lineup of ETFs, easy to do, all at etfcentral.com. Again, we were live on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange with John Southard of Innovator, all brought to you by the New York Stock Exchange, the home of ETFs.